Hello, good to connect with you in this way. I'm Sarah Poet, and I am the creator of the Sacred Remembering podcast and the Sacred Remembering community. Now, I am the creator of the community, but I am not the entire community. There are so many amazing women who are joining the space, and I'm really just so deeply inspired, and my heart is so lit up about this right now that I thought I would come on here and tell you a little bit about the exciting things that are happening in the space that we are cultivating together. So we have the boring details is that we have these calls. We have calls and we meet in these sacred spaces, always the first and third Sunday of every month, 2 p.m. Eastern. And then we have these extra special events. And what is starting to happen is something that I have been dreaming up for some time, where women are standing more and more in the sacred truth of who they are and bringing forward their gifts. And so these might be newer gifts or gifts that are being activated in the women as we bring more of the feminine online, and we are remembering, the sacred truth of who we are, or we're using our gifts differently. So for example, one of the, I'll say members, but like more deeply soul sisters, right, who is in the Sacred Remembering community, had a gift for music her entire life. It's her gift. And she was a member of a church community that she began to break away from a little over a year ago, and came to work with me in the process of her own reclamation. So yes, feminine reclamation, but like soul reclamation. And so she began to use her gifts of song, of music, more in alignment with ways that her soul wanted her to align to. It feels a little weird to talk about, my friend, but this is an example of like an activation into this sacred knowing that the ways we want to use our gifts in the world is changing. And over the years, I've worked with women who, are remembering gifts of like being a healer. And then they're maybe going toward things like Reiki, or, like, hey, I think I have this gift. And then others are like, I know that when I put my hands on someone, there's, a light energy that moves through my hands. And so this is what we're calling sacred remembrance, right? Because we're not going out and getting a certification, although you may decide to as well, in these various modalities. It's like, this is who I am. Okay. And so as women are stepping forward, and so as I saw this over the years of women remembering who they inherently are, I wanted a space for women to do this together. And so that is a great part of what Sacred Remembering community is about, although it doesn't have to be that for you. You could come for the alchemy and the sharing of the gifts and the community calls, and the healing, the activation into your soul and your soul's energetic blueprint. It's very exciting. We're doing very deep work here. But members are beginning to step forward and to share their gifts. And so we have some special upcoming events that are actually offered by members. Some are really established in these gifts, and they're offering workshops in, just from the heart into the heart of the community in this aspect of reciprocity, this giving and receiving into the community, which is so beautiful. And then other women are stepping into, using their gifts of channeling or channeling song or channeling sound, or, running group space. Like, this is a safe space for you to step into offering your gifts. And so if you want to try out, a workshop or like offer something of your sacred gift in community for the first time, this is a place to do that. And I want to welcome you into this space and into this community. And it is a community. We have a sacred no, I'm sorry, I used the wrong word. We a sacred everywhere, but we have a Mighty Networks social media group, and so that is always private and only with group members. It doesn't feel like, Facebook or something like that. It's much higher vibe, and so we have that, and then all of our events are linked through there, and we're averaging three events per month, 3 live events per month. And I won't go into what those are because those are all described in other places. But community activation, energy healing, topics, like we recently did a really deep dive on owning emotions without the trauma interference of the emotions. So how to know like the truth of your emotions and the truth in your body. So that was a really successful call, really good stuff like that. And then there's also a library of tons of resources that I've made over the years that is there for you. A course on owning your voice. There are like ebooks, PDFs, lots of call recordings that I've done on various topics, lots on prosperity, lots on sovereignty. I'm going to be doing more on sovereignty. And this really special thing that I did at the end of 2020 called the Divine Mother series, which was about inviting in the Holy Mother and Divine Mother frequencies and healing the nervous system. So all of that's there for you. It's there for you in the Sacred Remembering membership. And if this is just speaking to you, authentically and igniting your soul, and you are looking for community, please join us. You're welcome to join us, and I would authentically really love to meet you there and to meet you in that space. And one of the members just said, I love the frequency of the calls and being in the membership because it is a reminder to me in my own remembering. And so we're anchoring in our own soul's work, and we're doing it in community. And it is so my pleasure to be there